G'day viewers, I got myself an Tri-K pallet. Paint MY. Possibly from Malaysia or Southeast Asia. A lot of these are actually from Korea. I've seen it work. They are the odd batch of raw materials come on these pallets, and they only get thrown in the bin, so I thought I'd better collect these. I could use these when I move. Put my stuff on these, because you can't have shit pallets and other wooden pallets. We've got my buggered and go burnt, so I've got more safety pallets. They're light and they're convenient for storage. And yeah, so what Rain said about putting too many meters in one box, the box could collapse and it could damage or break the meter. So yeah, I've got to be careful of that. I'll probably yeah, as I move this around, I'll pull them out, put this where I want to put it, where it's going to stay, then fill it back up again and leave it there, and don't move it around when the meter's in it, because the boxes will break if I move these around like that. But now I know produce boxes I have got, so if we've got any spare produce boxes such as these, I think we've got some of these left. I'll make a heap of these up, because they're actually quite strong. You can move those around with quite a bit of weight in them, and they hold up very well. That's got to be fixed. I started looking for a new USB cord for this one. These are good keyboards, very durable and resilient. So that's a repair project. The people who bought this place may be signing the paperwork today. Not 100% sure, but till everything's actually signed and seen in evidence in the flesh, then yeah, time to start packing up. I'll have to make a thing for these TVs too, because yeah, as I was saying, I just haven't had the time. It's been flat out of the farm. Yeah, I've had to get rid of a couple of the worst, as I've seen before in my previous video. I got a couple of more BPC TVs I'm gonna have to part out, but I'm gonna try and keep the big Lycus tubed, American tubed Centrex and the Mets. So they'll probably be the only two, maybe the only two BPCs I get to keep. A BPC and an SPC. Although they're not really worth keeping nowadays or collecting in the vintage television collecting world, but at least one of these two I've got a unique, because Mets I've got is a BPC, but it's got a German-made Philips tube and a German-made chassis or circuit board, so it's actually a quality set. And the cheap Chinese Centrex has a US-made tube. Component wise it's pretty crappy, but the CRT for American CRT and a cheap SPC TV, I've never ever seen that. You know, so I'm gonna keep it for that reason. And I'm gonna try and keep the little Centrex, the smaller one, because they have games on them, just for that purpose. Because yeah, that's kind of unique. You don't see that anymore. Even those days you didn't really see it. Anyway, probably won't be taking the caravan, unfortunately. This will be staying here. So all this stuff's going to be packed up very well, and it's going to go into my container, which will be taken on my dad's cousin's property. It's have to be stored off-site, unless we find a good place in town with a decent room. Yeah, the container will come with us in town. But it just means having my container off-site. My stuff, I won't be able to have access to it. It'll be stored elsewhere, and I won't be able to play with stuff like I want to, because I probably won't get access to my stuff maybe once or twice a year at the most, if we store this container at my dad's cousin's place. So, but still beats it beats higher in a storage unit anyway. It doesn't cost anything, so better than nothing. Yeah, it's not that hard to pack everything up. I've got to make a couple of those boxes for these too. I'm definitely taking the speakers. They're really cool to collect and tinker with, especially the BPC TVs. They had quite good speakers in some of them. Worth keeping. Very well worth keeping, especially for like playing with little lamps like this. Quite fun. Yeah, they'll come. I'll have to put that away. Put those speakers away as well. Anyway, that's just a little update for now. Thanks for watching.